Hey folks, KILT-MAN here, KILT-MAN at your services. How are you all? Hope you're all doing very, very well. Yes, we're going vintage. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. This is one of those old school t-shirts that you used to get before all these designer markets came out with all really ultra cool designs for all the, your cult favourite movies. The obvious mainstream big box office blockbusters. You got t-shirts for them, and they were always fucking humongous size. Now, when did this come out? Was it 89, 90? 89, I think it was. And I was actually quite a large dude in those days because I was doing lots and lots of bodybuilding throughout my teens. And I was a rather large, hefty bloke. And I got this t-shirt because every t-shirt, they were either XXXL or XXL or XL. There was no mediums or smalls, you just couldn't get them. You went to HMV where you bought these things, they were all kind of just big sizes. Now I was lucky because this, back in those days, it fitted. And in fact, the sleeves were dead tight on me. And now look at them. Oh, Arnie, you would not be impressed. Look at that, look. My tricep should be bulging throughout that. Ripping the threads of the shirt. So yeah, I've lost weight in some areas and gained it in others. But that's what getting older is all about, apparently. Damn you, age and time. And time is, I think, going to be an element of what we're going to discuss and discover in today's video. Because we have a box to unopen and unveil all the cult goodies that lurk within. Yes, your friend of mine, Astrodyne, a traveller in time, Astrodyne, has sent another box. Astrodyne actually lives down in Cardiff, but he's floated about the ether in other dimensions since time began, and even before that. So, we have a great big crate here. Now, you guys know that there could be all sorts of things in here. And it's massively sealed up with, yes, you know, the bugbear of my life, fucking gaffer tape. Oh, it's just, and I've got my trusty ski and do. Yeah, the ski and do, your wee Scottish Dirk, your dagger that lives down the side of your boot or your sock, you know. I just realised that was a precarious angle that I just raised the kilt at there. Hopefully nothing untoward popped out there. But hey, who cares? So, I'm going to use that to hack through all, which is going to look like a bit of a tall order, to be honest. Now, usually, Astrodyne bedecks the box with references to Outpost 31, because these crates, and our little running joke, actually come via McCready's outpost down in Antarctica. When they're taking a break from battling shape-shifting alien entities, they package up all the supplies for an airdrop. So McCready pilots his helicopter. That's a hell of a long voyage, journey, mission he undertakes. You know, from the Antarctica to Merseyside in the UK. But he does it. I always invite them in. You know, I have all my minions from KILT-MAN to sweep away the snow and the ice. We haven't got any snow and ice, but to make him feel at home, we put all fake stuff there, like polystyrene and bits like that. So when he's coming down and the rotors have got the downdraft and all that, it all swells everywhere. He loves it, he does. And I always say, come in, I've got bottles of J&B. And he just goes, and quite clearly, he's got plenty of his own. So off they go, they make the drop and off they go. And we have this huge, very hefty cardboard crate, which is from Outpost 31, Antarctica. It says packed by Windows in 2021. It says also on the side, there's a big sticker, caution zombies inside. There could well be, knowing Astrodyne, there could be all sorts of skullduggery taking place in here. But that date, 2021, is probably true because, as he tells me, he's packed up these things sometimes years in advance. Like, he's done them, he's already packed them up with loads of goodies, and then he gets something else and packs it up with loads of goodies, and then he begins to send them to me. And this could have been at the bottom of a huge, almost ancient style relic of a tower of cardboard crates. So he's forgotten what's in it, but he did send me a clue, so he must have some idea. Although it's a pretty obvious clue. He said, tickety tock, tickety tock, tickety tock, clock, clock, time. Should I, a traveller in time? We have discussed the time machine plentiful times, and he sent me things to do the time machine. Tickety tock, more lock. And also, as you can see over there, the TARDIS, he sent lots of things about our favourite Time Lord, Doctor Who. And there could well be things to do with the time machine, to do with Doctor Who, to do with Terminator 2, maybe, because that's travelling in time. I've only just realised that. Yeah, travelling in time now. You see how all this begins to coalesce and come together? Or it could just be a great big clock that's in there. Who knows? Anyway, I'll show you the box. Right. Alright. Look at this. And I'll tell you now, that is weighing, Jesus Christ, quite a bit. And as you can see, it's gaffer taped up the wazoo and back. I don't know. Right. So, God, that's going to really wreak havoc on my old knees. Now, I've just realised what may have been a tactical error on my part. Because I did yesterday's video in the front room, one of the front rooms, in the bay window there, waiting for this to arrive. I did a video, you may have seen it, and people have commented saying they like that new location. So I thought, I'll branch out a bit. We'll go to the back of the mansion, and we're in a conservatory now. And it's blowing a right hoolie out there, but having said that, it is absolutely gorgeous blue skies there, and the sun is about to come curling around here. And when it does so, it's going to be like an Antarctic whiteout, only it'll be like a complete supernova yellowy orange out, and it will get completely blitzed. So I may have to pause this and relocate. But anyway, have me ski and do. Let's begin hacking into you. Oh God. I mean, you try to find where, because I don't know if you can see this, there's actually a raised bit here. Whether that's just like a reinforcement thing, I don't know, but I don't know. Those of you with long memories will recall that I did an unboxing from Astrodyne in this very location, and I couldn't get into the box at all. We had to call it off. Okay, right. Do you know what? That was a reinforcing element. I'm already goosed. Oh, right. Oh, no, we're going to have to slice through yet more. We're not ready to surrender all the treasures just yet. Okay, we've had the bugbear of my life, which is the gaffer tape, but we find the paradise of my life, the Nirvana, the bubble wrap. We loves bubble wrap, we does, because bubble wrap is great for wrapping around armatures when you're making props and models and things. You build your armature and you put the bubble wrap around it, and then you use gaffer tape. I've just realised the yin and yang gaffer tape comes back to play a part. Damn it! I can't live without either. and you make the arms and the legs and the body of the figure that you're doing. And also, when I've got my masks on display, as well as using old whiskey bottles to prop them up on, you need to put bubble wrap inside them as well. Always helps. Little tip there. Okay, what the? Oh shit! Did I just cut that in half? It says, now these are turrety spires, Kilty. And they are indeed. They are indeed. This is built on an oval base like a cruise ship. Berg 8s sailed through history, juxtaposing Renaissance with Gothic as it was enlarged and adapted by the multiple branches of the same family who lived there. Germany, Rhineland, Palatinate, 12th to 16th century. Yeah, that is a lovely sort of Gothic edifice. It's not compared to this place though. You may think. It's not. Put that down there. We have, oh my god, this is weighing a ton. I may have to move this very shortly. Doctor Who? Straight away. Doctor Who, and it is, who's that? It's an Ice Warrior. Oh god, these guys freak me out, the Ice Warriors. This is Doctor Who, figurine collection part 9. Does that mean that the figure of the Ice Warrior is in here too? Maybe. As many people know, I'm a huge fan of Doctor Who, the John Pertwee, and especially Tom Baker. Tom Baker is the man as Doctor Who. The horror era. And only certain creatures in Doctor Who have ever actually frightened me. Even when I was a kid, the Daleks never frightened me. Cybermen never frightened me. I think the demon or daemon did. The Zygons, those horrible orange fetuses down by Loch Ness, they terrified me. Although the big robotic Scarrison did not in the least. The giant robot frightened me. The Wern in the Ark in Space terrified me. The mummies, the robot mummies in the pyramids of Mars, fucking hell. And the sea devils, that little glowing little hand orb thing that they had, they terrified me. And they did, I can't really remember too much, aren't they Martians? I'm sure this magazine will tell me, but aren't they actually genuinely Martians? And they've evolved over many of the 10 years of different Doctors. But I'm guessing there's going to be one of these, because that's the figurine collection, and you got a figurine, and he sent loads of them in the past, so I think there could be one there. What's this? Empire Classics Return to Middle-earth, the complete story of Peter Jackson's epic series from The Lord of the Rings to The Hobbit. Well, the Empire magazine is, well, it used to be fantastic. I don't think it's anywhere as good as it once was. I don't like the editorial. I don't like the style of it now. But I used to love it in the 90s and the early 2000s. That and Total Film, fantastic. But these one-off things, I'm not going to go into it. We'll be here all bloody day. But Lord of the Rings, a massive overview. We have, it says, oh Christ. It says, what is in here? I don't know. Should we find out? Well, Lord of the Rings is in there. Let's get this out. The official sticker collection of Lord of the Rings. I hope you've completed it, Astrodyne. I hope that's a full thing. Is there more in there? There could be more in there. I don't know. I think he's led me down the garden path here. It actually says what is in here, and you get the impression that there's something in here. Oh, there is. There genuinely is. Oh my god. I don't know if you can read that. It says Orca. Original 1977 Australian debut movie poster. Orca from Dino De Laurentiis. As everyone thinks it's a Jaws rip-off, it is not. It is an infinitely better film than that. Richard Harris, Bo Derek gets a leg chomped off by an irate and aggrieved orca killer whale. Richard Harris, as a fisherman, accidentally hauls in the mate of a killer whale, and it gives birth whilst dying, hoisted above the deck of his fishing boat. And to the orca, and they mate for life, sees the death of his bride and the death of his baby, and the orca vows vengeance upon Richard Harris, and to lure him out to sea for a mano a orco final confrontation. It lays siege to the fishing village, and it's a wonderful movie. And the score by Ennio Morricone, with vocals by Eda Del Orso, are just, it reduced me to absolute floods of tears in the cinema when I first saw it, and I've loved the movie ever since. And oh god, I'm trying to get into this and I don't want to destroy anything, but in my eagerness, oh god, this, I have the novelisation, I have the soundtrack, I have the film, obviously. Oh my god, I did not expect that. I'm trying to be careful with this. There's that wonderful, wonderful poster artwork. Look at it. And the thing is, although it's clearly Captain Ahab with the great white whale and all that, clearly, but the whale does, and you see plenty of real killer whales, and you see plenty of Carlo Rambaldi animatronics, but that whale does do things like this to destroy the fishing village, and he will end up with harpoons and stuff against it. And the great thing about it is that Richard Harris understands he's done wrong, and he even tries to apologise to it. I didn't mean to, it was a mistake, I'm so sorry. He speaks to, he goes out on a jetty on his own, and the whale is there watching him. But it's just, it's fantastic. The killer whale is one of the most intelligent creatures in the universe. Incredibly, he is the only animal other than man who kills for revenge. He has one mate, and if she is harmed by man, he will hunt down the person with a relentless, terrible vengeance across seas, across time, across all obstacles. Oh, sweet Jesus, mate. I'm actually genuinely moved by that. Sorry. Look at that. I'm not entirely sure about that whole vengeance thing. I mean, that's a beautiful tagline. Got to keep that, preserve that. Oh my God, you're going to see that a lot more. Now we've got this. Folks, I'm going to have to take this off me because it's crippling me. Down you go. Let's just see. So this is the Lord of the Rings sticker album. I'm going to need my blade again to get into this. I just not have packaged things, you know. I hope you guys can see, it's going to get brighter in here. Brighter and somewhat hazier. Hazy fantasy. So, and there's some press cuttings here as well. Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers as well. Have we got the stickers? We have got the stickers. We're in the land of stickers. Stickerage, they're all here. The stickers are in. The stickers are in, folks. Gandalf. The wild men who you barely ever see. The wild men. Arwen. Eowyn. And the sexiest of all, the orcs. Grimer Wormtongue, or is it Grima Wormtongue? I don't know. Brad Dourif. Why do you trouble my liege with these woes and worries? And he's working some magic on King Theoden, you know. So let's have a look. The Fellowship of the Ring, we've got Two Towers there. Are we complete here? It would appear we are. Ashradine, you man, well done. Well played, sir. King of Men. Wow, awesome. Well, that saved me a job, hasn't it? Oh, Lord of the Rings at the BAFTAs, and he's dated it as well. There's Dame Judi Dench there, receiving a BAFTA for what? I don't know. Picked up the Best Actress Award, and American star Warren Beatty, below with wife Annette Bening, was honoured for his outstanding contribution to the world of cinema. Right, Russell Crowe won Best Actor. Well, what was that for then, eh? There he is. There's the Crow himself. But Lord of the Rings reigned at the BAFTAs. So do we move now on to Harry Potter was robbed? It says here. Job threat for BA staff in Cardiff. So this is obviously local Cardiff newspapers. What have we got here? The film's Welsh star says Potter deserves more Oscar nominations. So that's Potter actress Lisa Osmond says the film was robbed after it lost out to the Oscar nominations to blockbuster rival Lord of the Rings. Tough one. I like Harry Potter as well. The movies, that is, but I do think that Lord of the Rings is an infinitely better saga, and with its, I have the stuff flying everywhere here. A Time magazine with Lord of the Rings. Time again. What's this? Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. It is a little standee, lovely. I remember now that the video where I was unboxing an Astrodyne. Incredibly weird, huge crate, and I couldn't open it, and I had to like postpone it and do it again, or open it off camera. It was actually a standee of all the Fellowship of the Ring, a great big 3D standee of them all, which is actually in one of the front rooms that we have. Gandalf the White. Oh, there he is, of course. My precious. We once it. Filthy hobbitses. Taters? What's taters? That's a beard. That's a beard. All you hipsters, out there. All you baristas. That's a fucking beard, that is. More news clippings. More ringage. Fellowship of the Ring. Fellowship secrets from a 6-foot-tall Welsh dwarf. Aha. Of course, and who would that be? John Rhys-Davies, who is also Salah in Raiders of the Lost Ark, who makes a reappearance in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, forthcoming. There he is again. You don't have to toss me. What? Just don't tell the elf. If only they knew what that really meant in the UK, having to be tossed. Right, now, folks, there's a lot of stuff here. There's another box here. Okay, there's things wrapped up, or a thing wrapped up here. Lazzy bands. And more bubble wrap. My kingdom for bubble wrap. Whoa, look at that montage there. Look at that collage. We've got John Matrix, we've got Chuck Norris, we've got John McClane, we've got Axel Foley, Cobra. There's Mad Martin Riggs there. Oh yes. Paul Kersey from Death Wish. Bronson. I struggled there, I really couldn't think of what his name was. There's Top Gun. What's the book? The World of 80s Action Movies according to Smash Pod. Explodo book by John Rain. Weapons, Wounds, Warlords, Watford. Exploder book is a hilarious, gripping and muscular flex through every bulge and bruise of 80s action cinema, and a truly heartfelt paean to the lost joys of VHS culture. I love this book. This is the fucking sort of book I should have written. Why haven't I done this? Oh, I love it, love it, love it. Predator. Oh, there's Mad Max is there, of course. The Chuckster and the Ramboster. Oh Jesus, that's great. Oh yeah. It is an Ice Warrior from the saga Cold War. Although it says that's from the 11th Doctor, which was Matt Smith, so I've not seen it. I didn't watch any Matt Smith stuff at all. Sorry, just didn't. I didn't like him as the Doctor. Says the guy didn't watch, and I gave up after David Tennant. I just gave up on Doctor Who. But I still love Doctor Who, and that's a great figure of an Ice Warrior. So that is uber cool. Oh, fantastic. I'm going to put that. We got some CDs. There's always music. Always music. Ricochet by Tangerine Dream. The Dream. Oh, you gotta love The Dream. Kraftwerk. See, this is the classic stuff. Kraftwerk. What's this? The monochrome set. Who's that? Who are these guys? Oh, it's the monochrome set. Access all areas. As always, he throws me a curveball, probably several, of bands and stuff. I haven't got a clue who they are, and but they look fantastic. Oh, an eclectic bunch of weirdos fronting that stage, and you know, and there's a big eclectic bunch of weirdos right there. Kraftwerk, awesome stuff. There's more books. There's a book here. What's this? Oh, it's Cornelius Ryan's A Bridge Too Far. I've got this, not this particular copy, but I have this book. Cornelius Ryan is one of the best war writers there's ever been, and he documented The Longest Day, the Normandy D-Day invasions, and of course Operation Market Garden, where the plans a massive airborne drop. Allied forces, Americans, British, Polish, para-dropped in to retake Holland, basically, and they go a bridge too far, and they end up losing the campaign. Although it did pave the way for a much greater push and invasion. But as everyone, regular viewers know, my dad was involved in the movie of this by supplying uniforms and props, but genuine props, as in weapons and medals and insignia, but uniforms, hats and stuff. And he appeared in the movie as well, although he's cut off the frame. But his Dutch friend Eddie Eichelstein, who's now my dad, Big Kilt Papa, has passed away, so as Eddie Eichelstein now as well. But you can see Eddie on the frame, but you can't see me dad, and they're sitting there dressed in uniforms that they brought to the occasion. And it's the scene, if you're interested, where Edward Fox playing Montgomery is delivering to all his officers the plans for Operation Market Garden. But it's Cornelius Ryan writes so well from multiple viewpoints and in factual detail, but full of anecdotes and reminiscences from the guys themselves. He puts you there, and it's very, very so excitingly written that it's gripping. It isn't just documentarian, just fact, you know, and all the historical narrative. It's vivid, and it's explosive, and very moving in some places, and funny as well. It's funny. A lot of people's memories of these events they're riddled with, you know, you wouldn't believe what happened next, you know, and great quotes from various of the real life characters. What have we got here? Oh, it's Death Wish. I can see Death Wish. I have this as well, or rather, I had this. I had a copy of this book, and why was I trying to find it recently? And did I talk about this? I think I did. I tried to find my paperback copy, this exact same edition as this, and I can't find it anywhere. But as you guys know, things go missing in the mansion all the time. But yeah, Brian Garfield's original novel, which of course Michael Winner's movie is based on. Has this got photos in it? I can't remember now. But they're on the back. The Bronson. Didn't we just mention Paul Kersey? Oh yeah, on the cover of the 80s heroes and stuff like that. Brilliant. Oh, cheers, mate. That's replaced the one that I've lost. How does he know? How does he know these things? He is a traveller in time. Little Christmas parcel. It's a bottle opener. It's a bottle opener from The Slaughtered Lamb, East Proctor. Oh my god. How fucking cool is that? Where's my drink, by the way? Oh, jeez. Cheers, y'all. Cheers, Astrodime. Wow, that's fucking great, isn't it? Isn't that great? Oh, I'm going to take that with me. Whenever I go to the pub, I'm taking that with me. And I'm going to deliberately buy bottles of bud. Although bottles of bud are now like, they just twist them off, can't they? I'll work it out. Cheers, everyone. Oh, I've got to ask why I'm drinking out of the glass, doing it more refined these days. Normally I swig it from the bottle. It lasts a bit longer, to be honest. If I start swigging from the bottle, it's pretty much we're doomed very swiftly. Or rather, I am. Put that down there. That's genius, that. I love it. It's just getting too hazy now. Hazy fantasy. I don't know. The Dark Side magazine. My mate Brycey, Alan Bryce. Now, these could be older ones because this came from like 2021, this crate. Travelled through time. Again, the essence of time travel. Shock till you drop. Vincent Price unleashes the Tingler. Dracula has risen from the grave. Now, didn't you just send me something recently about Dracula has risen from the grave? The reason why I'm picking up on that is because I did a massive review, a feature-length review of that movie, Dracula has risen from the grave, because I'm a big fan of it, although a lot of people aren't. I was trying to redress the balance. So it's weird how that's come up again. Doctor Who and Darkside's sister magazine, Infinity, which is about TV and sci-fi and fantasy and a lot of cult TV stuff. But brilliant. There, of course, is Patrick Troughton as the second Doctor. And there's Eric Morecambe. Not a doctor at all. Awesome stuff. Little Shop of Horrors. Oh, hang on, there's something else here. The Best of 2021 Electronic Sound. These are great. This is a great publication. If you're into your music, you're into your electronic sound and progressive rock and all that, this discusses the pioneers, interviews them, and all the practitioners of it these days. So you get a lot of modern people who are branching out into this sort of crazy electro sound. Wonderful stuff. Oh, I just saw John Carpenter there. John Carpenter. Where did I see it? Oh, it's, hang on. This is someone being interviewed and they're picking out some of their favourite soundtracks. And of course, they've got John Carpenter and Lost Themes 3, Alive After Death by Sacred Bones, which I have reviewed, by the way. Because John Carpenter now doesn't make movies, thankfully, because the last few movies he did make was shit. But he's still my greatest, most iconic, my favourite director of all time, for obvious reasons. But he does do his own music now and releases albums and goes on tour. Little Shop of Horrors, this is a wonderful publication. Wonderful. That is the Gorgon. I have reviewed the Gorgon extensively as well on the channel. A massive review of the Gorgon, which is a classic movie. Again, you've got Peter Cushing and you've got Christopher Lee. And you've got, I forgot her name now, the woman who plays the Gorgon, but my God, there she's on the back. You only see her briefly, and people don't like the fake snakes, but I mean, you know, come on. They couldn't use CGI back then. But it's a great movie. Very atmospheric, very, God, there's a huge, Prudence Hyman, she plays the Gorgon. Prudence Hyman. And I think there's various sort of test imagery, and they're applying the makeup to her to give her the snake-headed vixen, venomous vixen, who turns people to stone with one frosty glance. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Cheers, mate. We have, oh, hang on. We have a cluster of stuff here. Let's get this. Music with a K, music with a C, and music with a QUE 2.0. 1981, The Rise of Synth Pop, Ultravox, Duran Duran, OMD, Yellow Magic Orchestra, Devo, Gina X Performance, Fashion, Spandau Ballet, Soft Cell, Heaven 17, you know, Temptation, Yellow, and much more. Fucking awesome. I've got a good mind to go and stick it on right now. You, Me, and OMD live, fantastic. OMD are from down the road here. Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark, which is going to be pretty much this video before long, at Indigo at the O2. Brilliant, thanks mate. Hang on, what's this? From the Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, the classic animated feature. Brilliant. I have not got this, but I do love the old Empire story of The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, and I quite like the movie as well, the first one, and then you got the Voyage of the Dawn Treader, and then you got something else, and I kind of lost track, but the original is still the best, I think. So that's great. You got a commentary on it, you got interviews, production background, character design, storybooks, deleted sequence. I have not got that, so well done, mate. Thank you for that. We have, oh, it's a kilt pin. It's a kilt pin. And it is the Welsh Dragon. Oh, now that is cool. That is cool. That is, the sword there is a claymore, a broadsword. Some call it a long sword. It's a broadsword, but that's a claymore, Scottish sword. But that is the Welsh Dragon on there. That's brilliant, and I do need it. What am I wearing at the moment? Let's just have a look. Unbelievably, I forgot which one I had on. I'm wearing the rampant lion, which is the Scottish dragon, call it, and a claymore again there, so you can see. Look at that. Oh, brothers in fur and fangs. Oh no, dragons aren't fairy, are they? They're scaly, but they're fanged. But that's great. I will be wearing that. Oh my god, this is great. Then we're going to put that to keep put over here. Oh. Let's see. There's something else here. These little oddments. Oh, this says fragile. Now we've got a track record of this stuff. Statues of werewolves and things, which, despite how amazingly well he's wrapped them up, they come out and they've broke loose. A foot or a paw has come adrift. Let's see what this is. I'm trying to keep this nice and gentle, and I will look after it. It's another werewolf. It is another werewolf. Look at that guy. Holy gee, that's the Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Conan the Barbarian, the werewolf world. Look at that. That's what I used to be like when I used to be able to fit into this shirt. Look at his tail. Don't often see werewolves depicted with a tail now, do you? But isn't that wonderful? Folks, I think I'm going to pause this and relocate, because this is going to get all completely glitchy out. It's getting too hazy and the sun's coming around. Don't know if you can see up, well, you can't see up there, but it's coming over the eastern ramparts there. But there he is. Look at that. Oh, that's a beauty. God, he's ferocious. I like the way he's got some either kind of fur or foliage across his naughty bits. I'm going to put him over there. Put him behind you, Kentucky. How are we doing? Do you think we can still see? I can still see this. Right. Oh, there's a great big book here. That says Terence Fisher. Can you hear what's playing? That's Dracula. Hammer's Dracula on the CD with Hammer's Dracula, Hammer's Curse of Frankenstein. The two films that put Hammer on the global map. And Terence Fisher directed both of them. He directed The Gorgon as well. He directed The Gorgon. He directed Dracula, Prince of Darkness, The Revenge of Frankenstein, Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed, The Curse of the Werewolf, which is there. He's renowned. He's the greatest Hammer director, the most consistent. And yet he didn't direct my two favourite Hammer movies, which of course are Captain Kronos Vampire Hunter and what's my other favourite? Plague of the Zombies. But look at that, Terence Fisher, master of Gothic cinema, the authorised biography by the authorised biography by Tony Dalton. I'm getting excited, I can't even speak now. Oh, look at that, wow, my God. Oh, this is a tome and a half. Oh, you've got beautiful, of course he did Brides of Dracula as well. One of the most beautiful, mounted, handsome productions that Hammer ever did. There's Dracula again. Oh, Dracula! Dun, 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 Dracula! There's the Baron, you know. Oh, naughty boy. You're for the guillotine. No, you're not. It's the guillotine, isn't it? They're going to send him to. And there's Christopher Lee as Frankenstein's monster. Fantastic. And here we got it. Hazel Court. Gorgeous Hazel Court. Redhead. In so many movies, the cleavage, and she's got those majestic cheekbones. She's gorgeous. The Devil Rides Out, he did that as well, which is phenomenal. Oh mate, God, that's enough to while away a few midnight hours reading. That's brilliant. Oh wow. What have we got here? We've got more electronic sound and more literature. Electronic sound, the Mini Moog. Electronic sound, the genius of the Tom Tom Club. There's more Infinity magazines. I'm gonna have to start speeding up here, folks. Oops. Because I'm now bedecked with stuff all around me. More Infinity magazines. Cinema Alchemist, Roger Christian, and designing Star Wars, Alien and more. Yeah, Roger Christian, production designer, fantastic stuff. From the Land Beyond Beyond, the Seven Voyages of Sinbad. Oh yes, from the Land Beyond Beyond, says the genie, the little lad in the lamp. But you have the fantastic Cyclops, and I forgot his name now. The evil wizard Socorro on his island, and he's got a dragon in there as well. It's, I think, my favourite of the fantasy Ray Harryhausen movies. And you've got Frankie Howerd as well. Please yourselves. Awesome. Dark Side again. William Friedkin interviewed about The Exorcist. Master of Gothic cinema. I just read that. Memories of Terence Fisher. Dark Eyes of London. Bela Lugosi plays a blinder. I think I've reviewed that movie where he exploits the blind. And it's a right nasty piece of work. Monster Maker, The Legacy of Rick Baker, American Man of London, Schlock, and The Wolfman, so many other movies. Oh, I'll be there all day. Infinity Magazine, and it's Jason and the Argonauts. Did I just say that The Seventh Voyage was my favourite? Maybe I meant Jason. No, they're both fantastic. Doc Savage, Man of Bronze, of course that's Ron Ely who played Tarzan. What else have we got? The name's Vine, Charles Vine, the second best secret agent in the world. I don't know who that is. Charles Vine, who is that? Anyway, sorry, I'll get, what's that? William F. Nolan being interviewed about, he wrote Logan's Run, the original novel of Logan's Run, where they died not at the age of 30 but the age of 21, so it didn't give people much of a chance, did it, you know? Oh hey, Beauty and the Beast and a Singing Ringing Tree. Oh no, I'll be here all day. Classic pop, Duran Duran, some of the best hair ever. Dark Side again. Oh, I just said that, didn't I? Hang on. We just seen that. We have 2 of them. They're identical. You've sent me 2. That reminds me of oh God, what's it called? Point Break. Johnny Utah was about to go and get the baguettes. They do a burger and tuna melt, which is to die for. And this is oh God, Gary Busey as his partner, the older FBI partner, Pappas, his name is. It's like, Utah, get me 2. Battles of the Great Commanders. Well, let's just see who we got in here. The Incheon Landings, Battle of Maktika, Kharkov, Battle of Gazala, Rommel, Battle of Singapore, Beersheba, Viscount Allenby, which was there. Oh, this is American Civil War, Chancellorsville, Robert E. Lee, Battle of Salamanca, Wellington. Let's have a look. Napoleon. Well, there'll be plenty of Napoleon. Battle of Princeton, George Washington, of course. Ooh, Battle of Marlborough. I wonder how far back we go. It's got all maps and pictures and depictions of lots of battles. Sorry, I'm looking at it and you can't even see it. I'm sorry about that. Genghis Khan. Oh, Scipio Africanus, Roman leader. Alexander, Battle of Guatemala. Well, we've covered a lot of ground indeed. There's another book, Sherlock Holmes versus Cthulhu, The Adventure of the Deadly Dimensions by Lewis H. Gresh. A wild, exciting and thoroughly satisfying collision of otherworldly horror and deductive reasoning. I love the colour scheme on that of Cthulhu, Oh well, I was saying about the sun was going to intrude. Well, the sun's been completely spewed off and now it's raining. There you go. Oh, that'd be great, that. I do love Sherlock Holmes, and I love the crossover of Sherlock Holmes into horror territory, because a lot of the Arthur Conan Doyle stories did border on that. Hound of the Baskervilles, especially. There's more CDs. Oh well, these are not CDs, these are movies. Oh, The Life and Death of Colonel Blimp. Oh, it is music as well. Griffon, Midnight Mushrooms. Again, I don't know who they are. I apologise. I know not. Doctor Who, Day of the Daleks, Terror of the Autons. Oh yeah, they were pretty freaky as well, because they're the mannequins, weren't they, that come to life. Yeah. Black Sabbath, 1970. Black Sabbath Greatest Hits. Wow. Awesome. Hawkwind. Determined to get me to Hawkwind, aren't you? There's been a lot of that stuff come through. Tangerine Dream again. Zeit. I can't beat Tangerine Dream. And that's still sealed up and all that. Wow. Ooh. What might this one be then? Oh God. Where's my skiing do? I still can't get into it. God almighty. Must be special, or it's going to be someone I've never heard of. And he's wrapped it up the wazoo and back. It's not someone I haven't heard of. It's Goblin, Claudio Simonetti, Suspiria, Deep Red. Oh my God, Beyond the Darkness. Oh yeah, so we've got Patrick's on here as well. Contamination. Phenomena. Oh, excellent stuff. Excellent. I do love Goblin. Claudio Simonetti is actually a friend of mine on Facebook. He's a friend of about 30 gazillion million other people as well. He never returns my calls or messages. Goblin rule. Okay, there's some little things here. There's actually just a couple of other things here which are going to be interesting. Ooh, it's the slaughtered lamb. It's a little badge. The slaughtered lamb. Now, Astrodyne sent me loads of these little badges, and they are wonderful. The Slaughtered Lamb, East Proctor, Real Ale Spirits, and Lycanthropy. Beware the Moon. And you've got in the background a non-stop orgy, which of course is see you next Wednesday. The John Landis in-joke and the porno movie they're watching. Oh, fucking great. I'll put that in there. There's another one. It says, can you read that? The ring light's throwing that, if you know, you know. Which I think is the tagline of this company who produced these things. Like the t-shirts I'm going on about, like, if it's an iconic sort of character and a slogan, yeah, if you know, you know. It's Jaws. I can see from the back of it, it's Jaws. Oh, and it's a barrel. Let's have a look. You're gonna need a bigger boat. And in the background, shark. Shark's going in the pond. It's going in the estuary. And Brody's like, what now? What now? Look at that, the barrel. Oh, fucking great. Fucking look, little things like that and actually, you know, what, float your boat. Oh, it's a pin badge of Pinhead. And the Lament configuration. We have such sights to show you. Oh, there's a Cyberman in there. There's a little Cyberman. You don't frighten me, mate. Oh. And there's more. What's this? It's K9. It's little K9. Can you see that? Little, but it's like the black version. Who did his voice? Oh, I can't remember now. Oh, there's a coin. There's a coin here. Oh, I don't know if I can see what it is. Oh, I bet Astrodyne's going like, go on, just read it out, read it out. You know what? I can't read it. My eyes are playing up. Can you see what that is? Is that some kind of old Welsh coinage? Or is it from the Miskatonic University? Is it some kind of alchemist's coin? You just trade for spells and potions? Or is it from like John Wick? You know, you go to the continent, you just put your coin down. Speaking of John Wick, might be seeing that later. John Wick Chapter 4. It's a bit of Gorn-Porn. Look at that. From me. Oh, glow in the dark accents. It's an 8-inch Gorn figure from classic Star Trek Arena. Oh, here's the farting husky right now. It might need to go out. I might have to open the door for it. Do you want to go out there, hon? Excuse me one moment, folks. Want to go out? Go on, babes. Try again. Look at that. So is this from Mego? Because Mego used to make these. Yeah, it's something like that. Mego. It doesn't actually say. Marty Abrams, I thought it is Mego. It is Mego. Of course it is. But look at that. Oh, do you know what? I've not got. I used to have the old Star Trek Mego figures. I used to love them. I used to have the phasers and all that. Like Spock, Kirk, you had Scotty, you had the Keeper with his big domed head. And who else did I have? I never had I did have the Gorn, and the Gorn was brown. I remember it now. He got like a brown sort of material suit on, which was not the way he looks in the movie. He's fucking, in the show, he's green. He's green. And there he is. I will get that out and show you him. I've got the mask as well, the official mask of the Gorn. And he has a phaser. In the show, he doesn't have a phaser at all. Doesn't need one. He can hurl polystyrene rocks 30,000 feet. You know, and the Santa Ynez rocks and all that. But look at that. That's fucking great. The red and sort of the gold that he wears, that's accurate. The red's it's kind of more subdued, I think, on the actual costume. It's kind of vivid red, but he's given a bright red sort of phaser as well. I don't mind that. It's not accurate, but I don't mind it. Glow in the dark accents. So what's going to glow on that? Well, clearly the eyes are going to glow. See there, the eyes. You can tell they're going to glow. Wonder what else does. That's fucking wonderful, mate. Oh, God. And I've got to get Kirk now. I've got to get Kirk so that at least the two of them can fight. Kirk, this is your opponent. You're fucking dead. They've got to battle it out together. But they've got to make their own weapons because their phaser, well, he doesn't have a phaser, but Kirk's phaser gets taken from him. And they've got to construct weapons. And they can be watched by their own crew as they're battling each other. Oh, is that a book? This is a book. Simon Steele, Coldwood. There's a big wolf snarling there. What's this then? God, it's it. We're talking big book. Simon Steele is an amateur historian, writer and archaeologist possessing a BA in Archaeology and Heritage Studies from the University of Worcester. Born in South Wales. South Wales, where, of course, our good friend Ashradine is from. Simon has always possessed a strong passion for creative writing, his first publication being a short horror piece for a collection of stories by Welsh students in 2003 at the age of 11. Coldwood is a culmination of Simon's passion for writing stories, and when he's not writing for personal pleasure, Simon spends his free time reading books of history, horror and fantasy, hanging out with friends and family, listening to music and indulging in casual interest in all things spooky, gothic, supernatural. Hang on, so what's it about? After suffering a terrible personal tragedy, John and Ulva, or is it Vulva? No. Forrester settle into their new home in the village of Gormstad in 9th century Norway, hoping to begin a new life of peace together. But their dream of tranquility is shattered when Ulva is bitten by a werewolf one fateful night. Always happens, doesn't it? You know, it's always the strangers that go out there. You know, it's never that the locals don't get bitten. It's always someone who intrudes. You know, a bit of fresh meat. Consequently, Ulva is afflicted by a wretched disease known as the wolf blight, which transforms her every night into a vicious beast. I think my wife's got that. And will ultimately take control of her body and mind permanently unless a cure is found. With friends and family at her side, it is a race against time as Ulva sets off on a journey to reach the dark and mysterious forest known as Coldwood, where a cure lies in wait. An ancient artifact known as the, I can't pronounce that, Salarhrainsia. But many horrors and nightmarish perils await Ulva and her companions. Will they triumph and reach Coldwood in time? Will it be too late? That reminds me of Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula. A woman afflicted, she's going to become a monster, undead. They've got to fight, got to go on an odyssey with their friends and family, you know, to look after her and fight some kind of ancient evil. But wow, that's a big old book, that. Cheers, mate. Do you know him, Ashradine? Do you know that guy? We have some fashions. Oh, now what could this be? Feels, unless there's a lot of things in here, it feels like a sweatshirt. It is a sweatshirt. Is it a sweatshirt? It is a sweatshirt. And it says, it's a lovely olive drab, one of my favourite colours. Amity Island Surf Club, get on that. I love it. Oh, look at the look at the label. Look at that. Isn't that fucking awesome? Jawsome, in fact. That's great. And that's one of those little subtle things. People are gonna, when I wear that later on with my new kilt pin in the pub, people are gonna go like, oh, is that a new sweatshirt you got there? And I go, yeah. And then they'll look at it and go, Amity, and they'll start thinking, Amity, that rings a bell. Amity Island. These things, I love these things, they're great. And it's a proper hoodie, you know? But it's in olive drab green, and it's got the little bellows, little waist pockets as well. Great, mate. I love it. I actually do need more sweatshirts. Do I? Yes. Yes, I do. There's something, what the hell is this? Bag base. Bag? Is it a bag? Is it like a laptop bag or something? Have a little look at it. Oh, God. Oh, it's a bag. It's a sort of side hold all. Miskatonic University, Massachusetts. Of course, Miskatonic University. It's H.P. Lovecraft territory. It's Arkham. Yeah. Oh God, there could be something lurking within here. Some old artifact. Some old symbols. A curse. It does smell slightly fishy. Slightly Cthulhu-y. Oh, that's great. Yeah, and you can put a laptop in there, certainly. Yeah. When I grow my hipster beard and trot off with my laptop as well, you know, and have a coffee somewhere. Miskatonic. That's great, and that will be used actually. And yet there's more. Oh God. Cheers, you all. Let's dive in even further. We have the 40th anniversary edition of Ultravox Vienna Deluxe Edition. 5 CD, 1 DVD, 66 tracks, 44 previously unreleased original album, new stereo mix by Stephen Wilson, previously unreleased rehearsals and concert, 5.1 surround mix by Stephen Wilson. Vienna. Oh my God. This will be awesome. I do love Ultravox. What you can't see is I'm actually bedecked in bubble wrap and cardboard, plastic and elastic bands. That's how he lost an eye, you know. Playing around, elastic band. Oh God. I warned him. Said, be careful with that. Too late. Look at this. Oh my God, that's glorious, mate. Obviously, I'm not going to take the seal off that just now, but that is amazing. Ultravox. Look at that. Beautiful. Lots of unreleased tracks. Oh God. 5 CDs, 1 DVD. And of course, the track Astrodyne, from which our good benefactor is named. An Ultravox track, Astrodyne. Oh, look at that there. There's more. There's more bubble wrap. What's that? Is that something else in there? I said there was a box within a box. And we have it says here, KILT-MAN, spoiler alert, not Myers. Not Michael Myers. Bloody rain now. Best opened on a Stygian night post-autumnal equinox. Yes, Halloween is perfect. I've got hair in my mouth. Not Myers. Halloween night. Werewolf, vampire. I don't know. Stygian night post-autumnal equinox. Well, I don't know. I don't know. It could be anything. Wait. Oh no. Yeah. Right, let's get into this. Sorry, I've got hair really straying. God, it's horrible when it happens. Makes me gag. Makes me want to retch. That's our best way in here. Polystyrene popped out then, folks. Polystyrene. Yeah, I've just sliced through some polystyrene. So I presume this is either some sort of statuary or it's a plate, perhaps. Oh God. lantern. And I don't know if you can see here. It looks like a face hugger. It looks like a face hugger, doesn't it? There's a face hugger there. Something to do with you. It's an alien. It's a zombie. But oh yeah, where's that thing? Oh, where have I put that lantern? There you are. Oh, now I don't. You're gonna have to. It won't just go on. Anyway. I don't want to prang or force this, but that obviously will hang on there. You see. Who is it though? Am I meant to know who that is? He's been shot in the head. Who is it? I don't know who it is. I mean, am I meant to know who that is, or is it just a horror zombie character crawling out from the ground? Is it? Has a look of Reggie Nolder, who played Barlow in Salem's Lot, doesn't it? That's not a bullet hole. That's like, it's a big deep cleft in his fod. It's a good sculpture. Very light actually. But that clearly goes on there, although you can't quite, unless you put a bit of string through the hole on that and then through that, and that's how you do it. Oh, we are. Oh, almost like it then. No, you just can't get it through. Or at least I can't get it. And I don't want to force it. It goes, and I go, oh, it's great that. And I have to break it and just gingerly put it to one side. That's wonderful. Let's put him over here. It's quite evocative, that. So, folks, I think we've run our course. I think that's it. I picked the bones out of that. Now, he packed all this back in 2021, and we're now in 2023. So, as he said, he forgot most of what was in there. Look at the Gorn. Oh, that is fucking boss, that is. Do love that. Massively. And of course it was Captain Kirk's birthday. It was William Shatner's birthday yesterday. He was 92 yesterday. And we're still going, that is incredible. Terence Fisher is incredible. All the magazines, the proliferation of CDs. This book on the Explodo book, it's just genius. Funny, hilarious, comic, and very well informed. Explodo book is the ultimate guide to every apocalypse movie ever made. Oh, that's going to be great fun. Because this guy's obviously writing from, and each chapter is a movie itself. So Commando, let's see if there's in a contents page, so we can see what's actually in it. Mad Max 2, The Terminator, Rambo First Blood Part 2, Invasion USA, Commando, Death Wish 3, Top Gun, Cobra, Aliens, Lethal Weapon, Beverly Hills Cop 2, Predator, Robocop, Running Man, Action Jackson, Red Heat, Die Hard, Roadhouse, Lethal Weapon 2, Tango and Cash. Well, it's covered a lot of our stuff there, folks. 80s proliferation. And I do love I love that collage as well. Look at that. It's all our boys there. Wow. Folks, if you've got a drink, raise it now. To Astrodine, your friend and mine, Astrodine, a traveller, as she's now proved in time. Cheers. See, I make it last in the glass. But not for much longer. So, folks, I have been an always shall be KILT-MAN. it looks like the sun's about to come out again now. So you've seen the seasons have changed as well throughout the course of this video. John Wick video very soon. Also, I have not forgotten the Irish folklore movies, The Hallow and Unwelcome. And I've got some stuff on Bram Stoker's Dracula as well. But hey, you know, we had to get this open. We had to find out what lurked within. And there were some very Lovecraftian things that lurked beyond the threshold. So folks, I have been over Shabby KILT-MAN. Please, in the meantime, in this ever diverse and exciting in-between time, please keep it kilted, keep it Celtic, and I am going to see you all. What to play with first? I fancy a bit of Gorn-Porn, methinks.